Today's December 3rd, and I haven't been filming much the last few days because it's been raining and really haven't been doing too much outside work. But our electrician, he's been here doing some work in the shop. We got the air compressor put up there. It's all wired in and everything, but I got to get the air hose out there so we can plumb that up. But I want to run air lines down here by the doors, that way we can just open the door and pull the air hoses out there. But gotta figure out what all we need, so I think we're just gonna kind of put a temporary hose reel up there and just use that for now. But that'll be for a later date. But then he's got little odds and ends he's got done in here, and he's gonna build us a workbench. So today I'm gonna run up to Home Depot and get some wood for him to build, because we're gonna do a 20-foot bench here. So I gotta get all the wood for him to build all this. But he gave me a parts list, supplies list, a little while ago, so I'll go do that since it's been raining. And had quite a few mice problems in the shop already, because this chopper is in here, and the head's got where the gearboxes are, there's a skid plate on them, and mice have been getting up in there, which we had it sitting in our straw shed, which was a mistake, but we needed somewhere to put it, and that's where it was. So it was inside. Well, I think we got 8 or 9 mice so far out of it, so not too good, but we're trying to get them back under control in here, so hopefully we don't have any mice in here. But anytime you have things like this, you're gonna have mice. But I like to keep them out of the shop, because they sure do tear up things. But then the electrician, he got the light in. We got one right above this door, so we had to do that. There's a box there that he went straight up, and I went up in the attic here, I think that was 2 days ago, and we got that. The back of this up top is open where the trusses are, so I went up there, and it's just blown in insulation. There was a bunch of mice, I guess tunnels or walkways, whatever you want to word it, and there was a bunch up there. So today, when I go to Home Depot, gonna get a bunch of plywood, and we'll board all that up top there. That way no mice, or well, can't keep all the mice out of there, but hopefully keep some of them out, because we got the hay and straw round bales in the back of this shop, so the mice are naturally gonna be there. So we want to try blocking some of that up, and then we'll probably put like poison up there to hopefully keep the mice out of there. That way they don't ruin the insulation. But so gonna go do that, get the wood supplies and all that. That way Monday, tomorrow, our electrician, he can build that, because he built this loft, and it's awfully sturdy, so we like it. So we're gonna have him build us a workbench too, and that way we can get some of this stuff moved in here, which maybe later on today I might start moving some stuff in here too, like the welder and workbench and the toolbox we got. But we got haul hay later on this afternoon, so I don't know if I'll have time or not, but we'll see. But then my brother, he bought these automatic takeoffs or milkers. I don't know too much on them. Hopefully he can go in depth on them later, but he bought these I think yesterday or day before. And they're supposed to be, so when cows get done, this is a cord that'll pull the milker. It shuts the air off, and then it pulls the milker back up away from the cow. That way you don't have to, if you're got one guy milking, he can, that way he doesn't over milk a cow. And it's supposed to take them off once the cows gets done. And so he bought them. Hopefully when it's just him and my mom or something, it's a little easier on them, because when you're washing and trying to milk all at the same time, if you have a slow cow or something, it's kind of a little tough to tend to all of that. So hopefully this helps us some. So he's got them, but we gotta figure up a way to rig them up because they hang and this different pulsation in there. So we gotta figure up something, but he bought them, so hopefully we can get those working here sooner or later. But so right now, I think that's basically caught you guys all back up over the last couple days I haven't filmed. But me and my girlfriend, we're gonna go run up to Home Depot and go get that wood here. Got back from picking up the wood, got all of it laid out here for him. Build it and then we'll just set it up here. But got the plywood too, and then our main part of the bench, and then all the middle pieces and legs are there, so should have enough to make a pretty good bench hopefully. Problem is it's kind of hard to find good wood anymore, but hopefully put enough of it on should make it beefy enough. And then picked up some 2x4s and some 1x4s. Guy's gonna build a railing up top there, that way you don't have to worry about falling off. But he's gonna use the 2x4s, build it, and then them 1x4s he'll put on top of that, kind of make it a little fancy, but make it look nice anyways. But got all that stuff. It's about 5 o'clock now, and waiting on my dad to get back. We're gonna load up the I think it's 300 bales of hay that goes out tomorrow, I believe. So we're gonna get that loaded up tonight. But it's already dark, so it's not gonna be too fun getting it loaded, but it is what it is because it was raining about all day today. So we'll get it loaded up. But I'm hoping, I don't know if I'll have time tonight or not because it'll probably be pretty late by the time we get the 300 bales in. But I want to get in the old metal workbench cleaned off from the old shop. We're going to use that as our welding bench, and that goes underneath here. And then that's also got our hose reel on the back of it, so I want to get that hooked up. I think I can go down behind here in between. Yeah, there should be room to snake a hose down in between there, and then hook it up to the hose reel down here just to get us something for right now. But eventually I'm gonna get a retractable one, I think, for the workbench. That way we can, use it a little easier than having to roll it back up and all that. But then eventually, hopefully this winter here, I think it's black pipe or something, black tubing. I don't know what they use for the air, but talked to a couple guys and they said something about black tube or hose or line. But for air, we're gonna come off that air compressor, put one on each side of the door, and possibly plumb one outside the door. That way we can blow off stuff outside without opening up this door and having stuff blow in here. So that's kind of the plan, but we'll have to see what we want to do. And then we probably only need to buy the door here. That way we can use that a little easier than having to string a air hose all around everywhere. But that'll be for a later date. But we're still kind of deciding what we all want done, and that way we do it once and not have to do it 2-3 times because we keep changing our minds. So kind of throwing ideas out and then figuring out what we want done. But so far that's kind of the plan. So I'm just gonna go back, cleaning off the old workbench, and wait for my dad, and then we'll go load that hay. As you guys can see, we got some more water, a bunch of water standing down there, and all this mud. It snowed this morning, a good bit too. Got the ground all covered. I'd say a good 1 to 2 inches of snow, and of course it was right around freezing, so it just some awfully wet, nasty snow, and kind of slowed us down again. So don't know when we'll be able to get back on the fields, but we got 3 sunny days, well, 3 non-rainy days. They're not gonna be sunny days, but we're hoping to start picking some here, probably not tomorrow, but maybe the next day. We'll see how much it dries, because corn don't take too long to get dried back out, but you gotta have either a little bit of wind or sun, and it's not looking too good on either, but we'll see. But yesterday I didn't film anything just because we were just running around. We had the guy hauled out 4 or 5 loads. He had another guy got 1 load, but got 5 loads of corn hauled out yesterday, and then we hauled some hay also, and then we started moving a bunch of stuff into the new shop, so I'll show you guys that here in a little bit. But right now I'm gonna get this auger wagon emptied. I got just, I don't know, 100, 200 bushel left in it. I forgot to put the tarp on yesterday, so it got snowed on for a little bit, so it's a little wet, but we're gonna grind it for the cows because it ain't gonna hurt nothing. So we got this little gravity wagon here. I think it holds about 200 bushels, so we're gonna put it in that. My brother's actually grinding corn right now anyway, so we'll get it so he can grind out of it. But then we got the grain truck back, so I'll go over that once I get done here. But we'll just get this unloaded into here real quick and get some more grinding done. So we got the grain truck back here. Needed a new transmission put in it. The high-low, it's got an Eden 10-speed, just a regular high-low, 5 low and 5 high gears, and something about the splitter or something destroyed, and that took out the whole transmission. So got a brand new transmission in it. When my uncle went into the field, he said that it made a horrible shaking noise, and it died on him, so it locked up. But he got back going and ran fine, but then he said once he got going so fast it shook and everything else. So took it to the shop. They decided it was a bad transmission, so got a new one of them, and sure enough, it's working fine, so that's good. But now we gotta get some new tires put on here. They're almost completely bald. This one's worse here, but they're getting pretty bad. So I got 2 spares. They're both Goodyears. They're matching set, but once came from a guy I bought some tires from for my old semi, so I got that. And then this one was from a friend of ours. He had it, so got them. We're gonna put them on because they're the 11R 22 and a half, so we're gonna get them put on here because they're just getting pretty bad, and steers, you don't want them to blow out. So we got 2 good ones. They're almost new. They got a lot of tread left on them, so we're gonna put them 2 on. Got them in the shop. They're warming up here, so hopefully I don't think I'll have time tonight because it's about milking time, but hopefully tomorrow in between doing things, get them switched out, and then this truck should be good to go because we greased it here just before the transmission went out actually, so haven't been using it much, so should be good other than that. But we'll get them put on, and then we got all this stuff moved in here. This is gonna be the welding area now, so our main workbench that was in the old shop, it's all metal minus that bottom wood. But got all my metal underneath here. Got angle iron, some flat stock, some thicker, thinner stuff, some square tubing, and some pipe. Got it all in here, so this is kind of more organized for welding. And then I gotta get all my rods and helmets and gloves and stuff like that underneath. But for the most part, that's in. The hose reel was already on the bench, and then we had the toolbox behind that and the air compressor behind it. So it was, I guess I should have probably videoed that before we start moving things, but this is all the longer the old air hoses to go to the air compressor. So air compressor's up there now, so I think I got a junk hose. Well, got some bad spots. I think I can make it to where I want to snake it up in between the two ribs and go up behind the board there and hook up into the air compressor, but we'll see what I got room for. And then I got the torch in here. Gotta figure out where I want to. I think and probably put it over here. That way got this area open. But got my MIG welder and the gas for it. I want to get a cart for it eventually, but be all right for right now. And then our stick welder, which is an old one, and it's not really the greatest. You got to have the heat turned way up on it, or else when you go to weld it just sticks. So kind of looking at getting a different one, but they're pretty expensive, so not too sure what we're gonna do on that. But then take you guys over to the other side here, and got the toolbox. It moved in here. Got it by the door, that way if we need a wrench or something we can just come in the service door and not have to track all through here. But that's in here. Got the press in here. I got the jack, I think is over, bottle jack's over there, but gotta get it put in. But deciding what I want to do here, because I'd like to get a rolling tool chest with a workbench on top, and that'd give me enough room in here. But I don't know if I can put this over by the toolbox and get that workbench in here and not be over the door. But I gotta do some measuring, because I can't move the toolbox over any farther, because then it'd get into the lights, and that's our fan for the ceiling fan, so I can't really block that off, or I don't want to. So need to figure out what we want to do here, and this stuff just needs organized, because that's our heater, and this stuff's just a bunch of garbage and antifreeze and stuff, so we gotta get it put away. And our hot seat, I think, and I'm gonna shove it where them stands are right there, get it put by the door. That way if we need it we can just pull it outside instead of having to drag it out. But our electrician, he's building the bench. He came today and just cut the two boards and cut a couple other things, but he didn't really start on too much. So I think he said he's coming back tomorrow, but decided to go with a wider bench. He was only gonna put two of these 2x12s on the top, so it'd be 23 inches, and what the width of the bench would be 23 inches, and wanted it to be a little wider than that. So we're gonna go put 3 2x12s on top. That way we got a little more area to work on, because this is gonna be our main workbench in here now, so you can just come in the door and have all your stuff right there. So we're gonna go a little bit wider, that way which it's wood, so we can always make it a little bit bigger, but we just want to do it a little wider than the 23 inches, because it's most of our stuff we get cluttered up, and you're gonna want that extra room. So he's gonna work on that hopefully tomorrow, but it's starting to come along here. I gotta get all these boxes out of here, but it's getting there. So definitely liking the shop, because got plenty of room in here. Got the chopper, my truck, the grain truck, semi, and combine in here, and still got room in here, and got room to walk around and work on things. So it's definitely nice, definitely happy with the size we went with, and it slowly but surely coming along, and did get the mice issue solved, I think, because you can see they got a bunch of the chaff and stuff knocked out of here, but got, I think, 9 mice, so haven't caught any for the last 2 days, so I think we got them, so that's good. But not sure if our truck driver's gonna haul corn tomorrow, because I haven't heard nothing from him, but I'll get you guys back out here tomorrow when we're doing something. Today's December 7th, and as you can see how much water we got here. It is awfully muddy through this whole field. Got moved in here, I don't know, about an hour and a half ago. It's a 10-acre piece. It's already 4 o'clock. We got way later start than what we wanted, but we were getting corn hauled out. The guys, they were coming about, by the time you got one loaded, the other one would get back roughly, I don't know, about 30 minutes to an hour later. So by the time we filled up the auger wagon and did a couple other things to get ready, they'd be back. So didn't get left like I wanted to, but we're finally out picking, and it's muddy as we expected it, so not really surprising there. But the corn is fantastic, which is good, and making right around that 215, 220, which this right in here is a really good piece. It's usually on the wetter side, and this year, of course, being as dry as it was, it did help a lot, so that's good. But my dad and brother, they cleaned up a bunch of manure this morning. We couldn't haul out manure for, shit, it was probably a good week to 10 days probably, and they had, I don't know, I've seen them haul a good 4 loads, I think, and I don't know how many they hauled in between that, but it was just a bunch of slop, because we got snow and rain and everything else, so we couldn't even get out to the field to haul the manure. But my dad and brother, they got that cleaned out today, and then they did that, and me and my uncle, we were getting the trucks in and out, and just getting everything ready to go. So we're finally out here, and we're hoping to get enough to get the holding bin back full tonight. That way it can run all night, because it's supposed to rain not tomorrow, but the next night. So we want to try to get as much done as we can. We'll see how the weather is, but we're moved over west of us here. We got there's a good couple 100 acres anyways. We got this piece and then that piece across the county road here, and that's a 90-ish acre piece, so that'll take us a little while to get. But the problem is fields are so muddy we can't even get the trucks off the road. The grain truck, usually you can get it in some places that's pretty questionable, and my uncle, he just barely got off the county road and he sunk in a good 4 to 6 inches. So we're not too sure what we're gonna do, because the big field over here, it's on a major highway, so you can't park the trucks on the road. And our auger wagon, we're using it to load up the semis hauling out corn, because they can't get down to the grain bins because it's so muddy down there too. So don't really want to have to use the combine to auger everything from the back of the field up to the road, but if that's what it's midday, so we're gonna do as much as we can here, go back home and see how much rain we get, and then we'll be going to a place that is a lot more sandy soil, so we'll be able to go in that a little easier, or hopefully. But the problem over there is once the water table gets so high, there's no bottom to it, because I think it's about I think 5 or 6 years ago. It's so muddy I can't even steer the combine straight. But about 5 or 6 years ago, in the spring, we had a bunch of water, and the water table came up, and we buried the 8520 when we were planting, and so hopefully we don't have that problem this year trying to pick, but it's as muddy as it is here. I almost be willing to bet the water table's up there, but we'll see how much rain we get and decide on what we're gonna do. But that stuff gets hauled straight into the elevator, which we're only, I think it's about 3-4 miles from the elevator, so hopefully we can make halfway decent time. But the problem is a lot of other guys are still picking too, because they're far behind, and the grain elevator's just been full, and weren't taking it there for quite a while, and now they're back open because they got a train in, and they move a bunch of corn, so hopefully we can make halfway decent run, but it all depends on how crowded they are. But we'll see how much we can get done tonight. I like to get this 10 acres done and hop across the road and get that at least opened up. But we'll just keep going here and see what we can get done. To the other field. We were over across the road there. The semi's parked right there. It's completely full. My uncle said there's, I think, 2.5 rings in the holding bin, but he's dumping the one truck, so it'll probably be down about 2 rings. So we're gonna fill up one more grain truck that'll fill the holding bin, and then I'll have the semi loaded, so we'll have enough to run all night long, because it's 7:30 now, so by the time get that truck loaded it'll be 8 o'clock, and we'll have the holding bin then will be full, and we need holding bin full around 8 o'clock to run all night long. So we'll have plenty with the semi. I'll dump that first thing in the morning. But this field definitely is muddy. All along here is just mud, and then the highway's right up there, all the way along there. Shoot, it's I think it's over a mile long, or right at it, and it's awfully muddy all the way along there, which the water comes off the road and drains right into the field. There's no ditch, so kind of makes it a muddy mess. There's a lot of water standing all the way along there and going through it, and we're cutting pretty deep ruts, but it is what it is. It's getting so late that we gotta just go when we can, so we're just mudding it out. And the duals are on the combine here. They're completely full of mud in between the duals, so gonna have to try running it around in the field here to try getting some of the mud out when we take it home. But it's just not very fun, but the corn's doing great, so I guess can't really complain too much on it. But the truck driver, he called me, I don't know, it was around 5 or so, and they gonna be taking corn tomorrow at the elevator. They do common corn and waxy corn, or whatever they call that. It's a specialty corn, and so they take that waxy corn one day, and then they'll take common corn. Well, they're taking common corn again tomorrow, so that means we'll be able to get some more corn out of here. But he's gonna send a truck driver around 6 o'clock in the morning, so I'll have to get him loaded up. But I gotta get the auger wagon loaded up tonight still, that way I'm ready for him in the morning. But waiting on my uncle to get back, and we'll get him unloaded, or get him loaded. But got, guess you can't see where I'm at, but did so far today, see if you guys can see, done right at 9 acres in this piece, and doing about 2100 bushel the hour, and did the 10 acres across the road too, so we're right at around 20 acres today, which ain't too bad. So but we'll just be waiting for my uncle to get here and get him loaded up and then head home. So my uncle, he's full. He's gonna take off. It's about 8:30 now. It took him a little bit longer to get back than expected, but combine, it's just about empty. Just got a little bit left in here. I think that'll do. I'm gonna give him a call here real quick and see. But got field all opened up. Well, got it. There's I think there's like 3 different lengths to this field. So I got the next step opened up, and there's not too much in there. And then we'll get into the back tomorrow, which is a 10-acre piece, and then it steps over to another longer section, and I think there's one more longer section. But got the piece opened up. Got I think it's be about 10.8, so almost 11 acres out, plus the 10, so about 21 acres out, which ain't too bad for getting started as late as we did. But gonna just head for home probably if my uncle's done, and then we'll go fill that auger wagon up here real quick. So we'll get on heading home and get that auger wagon filled up. Back out here this morning, waiting on the truck driver to get here. Should be here in about 10 minutes. So we're unloading the semi here. The holding bin, it only had about half a ring in the boot, so it didn't have too much left in there. Only about, I think that'd be about 3 batches. But pretty windy today, so hopefully it dries some out, dries the ground out some more today. But it's supposed to rain tonight, so it won't really make too much difference. But we'll just get this unloaded and wait for him to get here and load him up. Got the truck driver loaded. He's heading on out now. Got half the semi unloaded before he came here, so we'll get that unloaded. But first we're gonna load this auger wagon back up because he'll be coming back. So we'll get this thing loaded up and then go unload that semi. Well, got the auger wagon loaded up here. My dad said that he's got straw to deliver this morning, so I gotta go relieve him mixing up the TMR. So we'll go down there. I think he's already got the skid loader behind the shed, so we gotta grab the TMR and take that out back. So we'll hop in that and go take that out back and start doing the TMR. As you can see how much mud and water there is back here, it's just a mess. All through there is all just soup, and can't really get too much done back here because it's so muddy. But these Evolution wheels are a heck of a lot better than the new, or the tires that came on here. As you can see how much tread they got, they actually do a lot better through the mud than the old tires. The old ones, you'd spin out on this stuff, and they didn't clean out really good, and these actually clean out a lot better because they're slanted, and it actually will push the mud out, so you can get a lot better traction on here, so you can get into the bag a lot better too. But we bring the TMR back here now, just so we're not dragging the mud all up at the top of the hill, because it just makes a mess. So we try cutting down some of the mud here, but you can't get rid of it all. But as you can see, that's all water in between there, so it's pretty muddy down here. But we'll just get the TMR done here, and then we'll go unload that semi. them. So we got a couple in here. This stuff, I believe it's 2-year-old stuff. It's not the best of hay, but it's for dry cows, just to keep them a little occupied, because we feed them the silage and grain in the morning, and then they just have hay throughout the day. So it's just something for them to keep busy on. And feed them 2 of them. I think we got a little over 20. I think there's about 23 dry cows right now. So got quite a few to feed. These bales last I think about 3 to 4 days. So we go through quite a few of them. But my brother, he'll get the net wrap off. I gotta just take them back there, and we put them in front of a headlocks, and then just break them up and let them eat on them. So we'll get them back there and get them fed. So made it out here to the combine. Got the oil checked and it's good, antifreeze is good. But here's the field. It goes back off into there and goes back in there a long ways. Then on the other side of these trees there's 10 acres. But it's 90 something acres altogether in here. And that's the 10 acres we did yesterday. And as you can see, all the mud in here and getting muddy over there too. So it's all muddy in here, but we'll get this combine started up, and then we're gonna pick this off and then jump over on the other side and get that 10 acres. Got moved into this back 10 acre piece here. Got it all opened up. Just got a couple more rounds here, and then we'll be back into the long rounds. And I don't remember how many grain trucks we got, and semi's full, but combine just got a little bit left in it. But holding bin, it's full, but the grain truck's empty. But we're gonna head home, grab some lunch, and probably do a couple odds and ends, and then probably come back around 5-6 o'clock and pick some more and fill everything up before the rain tonight, because I think it's supposed to start around 9-10 o'clock. So we'll get everything filled up, get the combine back home, get it put inside, that way it doesn't get rained on. So we'll just gonna park this now, and then we'll head home and then figure out what we're gonna do. tractor and auger wagon here, just making it through here. Gonna get to the back, combine sitting over here. I got to do this one row, but it was along the trees and didn't want to get the combine in it. And then I got, it looks like a handful of rounds here to do, and this should finish off the grain truck, which my uncle just came in and now. And so we'll park this, hop in the combine there, and start picking some corn. Gotta show you guys, but last night when I was filling this up, that hoop right there that's bent, my dad put the tarp on this auger wagon, and I didn't look before I filled it up, and the tarp was rolled up, so put corn on top of the tarp, so it bent that hoop there, and it kind of bent the first one. It kind of more or less flattened it, where that one's got bowed the other way. And then that front, I don't know what you call them, but you got that piece on front and back. It bent that front one, kind of pulled it in some, so it's kind of messed up. But my dad, he put the tarp on because he figured we weren't gonna use it. Well, the truck driver called me to tell me that one of his trucks was gonna be there in the morning. Well, I didn't tell my dad because I was loading up anyway, so didn't pay any attention and had the tarp on. So it's a mistake that happens, but wouldn't have happened if it was in the daylight, because you can see there's windows in the front of that. You can see in, well, when it's dark you can't see nothing, and all I had to do was get out to check, but I didn't think nothing of it, and started filling it up, and it messed the tarp up some. So well, not the tarp, but the hoop, so we're gonna have to fix those. Well, gotta get new ones, can't fix them, so it is what it is. But hopefully I think it'll seal up, because it's still, as long as I get it on both front and back of those pieces and tying it down, it should be all right. So hopefully it don't leak. If it does, the corn's gotta get dried anyway, so a little bit of water won't hurt it none, but really don't want to get it any wetter than it already is. But it is what it is. So my uncle, he's taking a truck home, is getting it dumped, and then he'll be back. That's why I dump it in the auger wagon right now, but he'll be coming back. And then I got the 10 acres done up by the road here that I was in. Got it done. Now I'm in this next piece over here, which can't see much, but back over there, and then it goes back off, so I gotta open up the field some, which kind of sucks doing it at night, but we'll get her. But he should be coming back shortly. I'm gonna try getting this opened up some, and by the time he gets back I should have another hopper full, because I can pick faster than he can get back. So we'll just keep going here and hopefully get some more done. Drop the corn head on the ground here. Got a little bit left in the hopper here after getting the grain truck full. So we're gonna, I think I can get it in the auger wagon. There's just a little bit of room, so we're gonna run over there real quick and see if we can't get this emptied out, because I don't like the auger to have corn in it, especially going down the road. So we're gonna see if we can get it empty. There's only, I don't know, about 20-30 bushel in there, so I should be able to cram it in the auger wagon, which auger wagon's just right over there. So we'll get over there and see if we can get this unloaded. Well, we got it all tore down, the hopper that is. So we're ready to go here. Gonna pull out on the county road before I get on the highway. Try losing some of the mud first. It's supposed to rain tonight, so it should get washed off, but lugs are completely full, so tried running it out in the field, but with mud all over the field, it's kind of hard to get rid of mud when you're running over mud. So we're gonna take it down this county road first, try getting some of it off, and then we'll head for home. At least it's not a busy night, and at least this combine goes about 23, 24 mile an hour, so it moves right out. So we'll be home in no time.